Hello. Hello. Apparently Discord is like kind of broken right now. Messages aren't sending, my announcements not posting. I don't know, their servers are down or something weird's going on. A few people I've talked to all say that something's going on. So it's not my area, it's not my internet. But anyway, hello to everyone who is here. I see Saf in chat. I'm assuming we got some other people just chilling. So I'll just go ahead and get started and we'll worry about Discord announcements. I don't know. It's not my business. I don't care. So, Simo. What's up, Simo? So what are we doing today? I got to thinking about buoys yesterday or the day before. I got to thinking about these little guys and I was like, you know what? This is a very unique thing. This is very important to my game design because I have a lot of like ocean. I have a lot of dreamlike, surreal elements where a buoy would make sense. So I'm like, you know what? Let's make a buoy. I was just really feeling it. And when you think of buoys, you think of really modern tech. Like they have like a little LED light on them and they have solar panels on them and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, you know what? Let's think about old buoys. So I went through and I was looking at a bunch of pictures of old buoys. And there is actually a lot of history on them. They are very cool, very interesting, very weird. So I was looking at this and I got really into it. I was like, I could make an iron spar, but I'm like, this is way too easy and it's boring and it doesn't look like anything. So ultimately I decided I'm gonna make a bell buoy. So here's a close-up of a bell buoy. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna cover that bell a little bit so it is a little bit more rain resistant than this guy is. And I was just looking at a bunch of forums and stuff, and I'm gonna put them all together and kind of make a weird, I don't know, we're gonna have something by the end of today, that's for sure. The last little piece of evidence before I jump right into it is I found this online. It's a self-illuminating buoy. This is from Victorian England, and I like Googled everywhere about it, and the only thing that exists is this image. And so I'm kind of inclined to think that this was made by somebody in the modern era who was being cute and like imagining what a self-illuminating buoy would look like, because there's no information about this. And like, look how much information there is about buoys. Like clearly somebody would have written about this. All of these have an article on Wikipedia. Like somebody would have written about this. So this can't be real. But I have the picture just because I thought it was interesting. Anyway, that's more information on buoys than probably anybody wants. So let's throw on some music and we'll dig on in. So I am definitely going to be doing an original take. We're going to be making this our own, which I don't know. It's kind of my MO when it comes to 3D modeling, I suppose. It's the one thing I got going for me is how creative my process is. So I was rolling around in bed this morning and I was thinking a lot about how to do this. So let's go ahead and just do it. We're gonna do a 24. And I'm gonna make something relatively nice. Actually, do we want a 24? If I'm thinking about this realistically, this guy is out in the middle of the ocean. We're only rendering a plane with normal maps in whatever is on the ocean. Theoretically, you could be on a ship and the ship could have a lot of geometry, but it's just less geometry than anything else. Hey, we got T. Oh, and sorry for everybody. How is everybody's day going? I didn't even ask how everybody's doing. How are you all doing? I'm just off in La La Land over here, talking about my own junk. How is everybody? What are y'all up to? Okay, we're gonna start with you. I don't know how big I should make this, but the size is going to be relative, so I'm not too worried. I just want proportions. This is something that I'm sure people who are better at 3D modeling are like, ugh, about. Like, it's probably not my best practice, but I don't care that much. If it's terrible, I'll redo the assets, right? Like, it can't be that big of a deal. Okay, let's go ahead and grab you. We're gonna do top and bottom separate, I think. So you need to come into here like that, and we're gonna go GZ and bring you on up. Really shallow. You want a really shallow angle, and you just want a little bit so the rain comes off of it. We're just focused on the rain. The rain is the big thing. In fact, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, that should be a little bit bigger. There we go. That looks good. I got big plans for this guy. Okay, let's go ahead and inlay this guy and bring him way down. Like that. Yeah, shout out to Discord for not sending messages. I'm going to go ahead and just say, I'm going to make a Discord message real quick, just because Discord is broken. It's going to post my message immediately after I do this, but honestly, I don't care. It's fine by me. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this in. So I have a very specific thing that I'm going for. This is probably the most, like, clear... This is probably the most, like, well thought out sketch I've done in a little while. Like, I know exactly how I want to be doing this thing. Hey, Colson's giving me a nice bonk. What's the bonk for, Colson? Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll fix up the geometry a little bit later, because I have a feeling the geometry is going to get weird with this right here, but we're not going to think about that. I'm not that worried about it. Is it Coliseon? Colson, out of the corner of my eye, it was just Colson. But Coliseon is definitely how it's spelled now that I'm looking at it. Collision? Okay, I feel like I was calling you Colson the first stream you came in. I came as soon as I could. That's okay. I feel like I was calling you Colson all first stream that you were in. And you just went with it. Which, like, shout out to you, I guess. Okay, so we can delete, like, almost all of those segments. But that is a pretty good looking little bit right there. The one thing I'm going to add is we're going to go back into here. Remove this. And we're going to go ahead and try and get this bend looking good. So let's try that. See what that does for us. Yep, perfect. Look at that. That's right where the cap's going to fit in. I meant it is better than what you used to call me. You know, it was your username. Let's just put that out there. I don't take credit for this. It was your username. It's a silly name for everybody out there. I don't want to be intentionally vague, but Simo had a very silly username that just didn't translate well into English. And it's a word that's controversially banned on Twitch. It's not a bad word. It's not, I mean, it's a bad word, quote unquote, but it's not a bad word. You had a dream about me last night. All right. I guess we're doing this now. Tell me about your dream. Let's hear about it. I can only imagine what this dream is going to be. I can only begin to imagine what this is going to be. Okay, let's grid fill this guy. I actually kind of like the way that looks. I know it looks a little sloppy, but it kind of looks nice. It solves the problem, which at the very least is like the most important thing here. I'm going to go ahead and raise this up just a little bit. Raise up for Jesus. And we'll go ahead and put a little bit of spin on this guy. Okay, I think we're going to want this not looking like that. I think we're going to want something like this. Yeah. A little bell on the bottom. That's perfect. That looks perfect. Yeah, we'll just go clean that up a little bit later. But for the time being, that looks absolutely perfect. You were scared because we were stuck on a safari and got lost, and your mom was there talking about her sandwiches that she could use as bait. This sounds eerily familiar to something. It's like Adventure Time or something, where they throw sandwiches at a beast to lure it. Then we realized that we were on the Disney Animal Safari and the people on the bus were waiting for us to come back. It was very strange. That sounds like a relatively normal dream. I don't think it's that weird. Happy to be such an important part of your life that I can be in your dreams. That doesn't sound too weird. I think that's a pretty normal dream. Okay, this is going to be my guy. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more details to get him feeling kind of better. There we go. We're in business. If we want to go the extra mile, we'll do this one as well. That's a thick buoy. It sure is. You know what? It is a little too thick. I think you're right. I think it might be just a little bit too on the thick side. We're gonna do that. That should do it. Oh, I want that to crease. No. We're gonna get really close to the grain here. Oh, I did it. Okay, so we want 30, I think, is the angle. 30. Yep, that'll do. Right there. And then we're gonna just smooth that guy out, and we're there. Thick with 3 C's needs to be thick with 2 C's. What? Oh, he's too thick. We need to drop his thickness. I understand. I get what you're saying. My brain is not. My brain's on buoy mode, and that's it. That's all I got. That's the only thing processing in the brain right now. Okay. So, that is part 1. Done. So we'll call this buoy body. And this is definitely going to be the most interesting part. This is the one that's going to receive the most texture work. So when we get to textures, I'm going to take my sweet time on this guy. The rest of it can be kind of simplified. Also, I'm looking at this right now, and I think I actually want to cut this down just a little bit. I don't know about this. You know what? I take it back. It's gonna be nice and sharp. I think that actually looks kind of cool. Very distinct. Very distinct. That's what you want in your art. You want very distinct art. I want people to look at this and go, yes, that's red. That is always the goal. Okay, we're going to put a UV on here. 32, because we had 32, is going to work. And maybe like a 12? No, we're going to stick to 16. We're going to go ahead and flatten this guy quite a bit. Pop him up. Make him nice and small. Fit him right on into here. Oh, I can't be mad about that. Maybe we'll flatten him just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, that's going to be our little guy here. This is going to be a little door that we set onto this sketch. That'll be our door. Hello? What am I doing? Now, I'm kind of inclined to throw a subsurface on it because the other one is subsurfaced so nicely, but I think that's not a great idea for what we're doing right now. In fact, I'm looking at this, and I might want to subsurface it a little bit less. Okay, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and up this to 40 so we can get that smooth and that... Oh, no. 35. Oh, no. 30. Oh, no. We're going to have to find a way to smooth that over. I'll deal with that in a moment. We're not doing that right now. So I will go ahead and throw a single subdivision on here. Just one, just to get it feeling a little bit more round. Yep, that looks great. And that slots right in. Can you get under here? Can you see underneath it? That looks just about perfect to me. Okay, cool. There's our little capsule. Done. So now I got to make a valve that sticks off of this, and inside of this buoy will be all of the emergency supplies, which is one half of what buoys are doing. And then we'll do the second half of what buoys are doing right now. I'm inclined to hit apply on this subsurface, but I think that's not a smart idea. I think we should not do that. Most buoys do have emergency supplies in them, yes. Namely, a life jacket. If you look here, so this is the most common type of buoy right here. It has a light that tells you, hey, don't drive your ship here because there's a coral reef or something down here. But if you fall off your boat, there's usually like a button. I think it's up here, but it might be on the other side. There's usually a button that you press that rings the Coast Guard. And in here is usually a life vest. I think food would be like not common, but there's definitely always a life vest in places like this. You'll see other buoys where they're just a metal rig, like they just have like metal bars. They don't have supplies. But anything with like a tunnel like this, that has supplies in it. It depends on how likely the Coast Guard believes people are going to pillage their buoy. If they're going to put supplies in it, people are going to pillage it. They just don't bother. Okay, I don't know why applying scale fixed that, but it did. So sure. Cool. Let's go ahead and make the rig. Hey, Mr. Six, calling me by my biological name. Just a Mr. Six kind of thing to do. Okay, so now what do I want to do? You know, when I look at buoys, they all have 4. Why do they have 4? Isn't that strange? There must be a reason for that. Because I would think that you would only want to have a tripod. Why do they have 4? I think you just want a tripod, but for the sake of being cool about it, I'm going to go ahead and do it the right way. How am I? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good today. I cannot be complaining about how this day is going. Except Discord. I wish Discord would get its stuff together. It looks like we're not going to get a post for today, which is interesting. But, oh well. You do what you can do. Okay, let's go ahead and make ourselves this rig, and I'm going to figure out how to stick the rig into here later. Should I just have used a cube? Yes, I should have. Yeah, Discord's getting kind of weird, man. I don't know what is going on. Just decided today's not its day. Which, honestly, whatever, I guess. I have days like that. Okay, so this is going to get bad quick. We're going to do our best to make this work. Discord's having trouble with messages. So I was talking to a friend earlier, and I would just send a message, and Discord would go unable to send message, which is weird. And I was like, oh, it must be my internet, it must be their internet, you know, something like that. And turns out, nope, it's just a Discord problem. Discord's just experiencing it today. So, yeah, Discord's just having issues with people posting. So I'm assuming my notification for going live got posted. It cycled one time, and then the bot that posts it didn't think to check if it posted or not. So you just get what you get, I guess. Okay, so these guys are kind of round. So I'm actually going to loop cut this and use a smooth function on it. Yeah. So that can be like that, although it doesn't need to be because none of these have it. I think we're okay with just 2 metal bars coming in here. Did Discord finally just ping? Wow, 22, no, 27 minutes after. Every custom bot is slow. I mean, I use StreamCord, but you're right, to some degree. Collision, do you think there's a better bot? If so, I'd love to hear it, because I would like to use it. Oh boy, does that look nuts? That looks terrible. This looks like a McDonald's play place. Okay, we're not going to use subdivision for the time being. I kind of want to use like a bevel. No, I don't think that's going to work. It doesn't look terrible, but it's a little weird. We're just going to fix it on our own, is what we're going to do. You type manually? Collision, do you stream? I didn't realize you streamed. This is new information. There we go. We're going to keep it kind of tight like that. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, I think that's good. You do sometimes? Got it. I'm assuming you stream 3D modeling, or is that assuming too much? That looks pretty solid to me, if I gotta say so myself. Now, we're gonna try this last little piece. Also, is there enough room for this to open? No. Blender and Unreal? My man. For anybody who doesn't know Collision, in the short amount of time that I've known Collision, Collision's a cool guy. So, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go give Collision a little follow. Hey, what's up, Beryl? Beryl, how you been? Okay, now there should be enough room to open this guy. Yes, for sure. So you can sit and open this. You can get inside here, no problem. And I'll put little divots, I think, in here to rest these guys on, but otherwise, that's going to be it. We just need to make it look not bad. Okay, we're getting there. How am I doing? I'm good. Been drinking a lot of water. Feeling very healthy. Go back and forth on health, but we're currently on a positive health kick. Okay, let's go ahead and give ourselves one more and see how this looks. I have a feeling this is going to look kind of weird, but weird's the name of the game, honestly. Grandma's visiting, always a good time. That's nice. Did she make you the burgers? Or how did those delicious burgers come into being? Also, Collision is recommending that we take a nice drink of water. Thank you very much. Oh, that's the stuff. Man, water is killer. Okay, let's take a look at that. So it does look good. Did you cut your hair? I did not. I just slicked it back. It was driving me kind of nuts this morning, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to slick it back. And I slicked it back. I was sick of this old hair. Need to get yourself some stretchy headbands? I usually, well, so my hair used to be really long. My hair used to be a lot longer than it is now. And I would just tie it up in a ponytail. I was like, whatever. I remember a couple of years ago, I was kind of growing my hair out, and I was thinking I wanted to have like a man bun, and I tried it, and I looked like a creep. And then COVID hit, and I just stopped caring, and I grew my hair out, and then I did it again, and it just worked. So, don't know. When I had the emo cut, I would slick my hair back in a comfy headband every weekend. This works. The headphones work perfect for me. You can do a mullet. Okay, so my dad has a mullet. I am not rocking the mullet. Mullet is not my look. Also, I'm not doing this either. There we go. Okay, we're back to this. I think this is as good as I'm going to get this. So let's do ourselves two favors real quick. Let's grab him, and let's copy him and make a backup. What are we going to call this thing? Skeleton backup. I'm going to call you skeleton. And for the sake of, if I have to op-end this file later, I'm going to make a collection. When I op-end, I always op-end from collections. I hate doing individual meshes. I think it's a big waste of time. I recommend everybody do the same thing. So we're just going to call this Buoy, Buoy body, skeleton, and the sphere is going to be our door? Sure, we'll just call it a door. I don't know. I don't know what else you would call that. Okay, so we got a backup for the skeleton. Get rid of that. We got this one. Let's go ahead and apply the wireframe. Now, what I want to be doing used to wear a mullet when I was like 15 because I wanted to try something different with my hair. Nothing wrong with that at all. There is nothing wrong with that. Especially when you're younger. When you're younger, that's the time to go for it. Okay, let's go into edit. Let's go ahead and throw that down. Okay, this is going to get a little weird. So we're going to go like that. Buoys? Okay, what? Why are we hearting buoys? Also, I don't think I can do double. How do I do two? Oh, there's no like way to just do that. Interesting. I thought there was a way to do mouse wheel or something to try and get that to make doubles. Alright, so we're gonna do this. I'm going to be retopoing this thing in a little bit. This is for the sake of my subdivision, so the subdivision works correctly. And I believe this should work pretty well. You've had too much caffeine today? Sorry, I'm all over the place. You got nothing to be sorry for. I'm just happy everyone's here. I've said it 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,000 times more. I am very happy just to have people hang out while I basically do what is essentially my homework. Very pleased just to have people here. The top is going to be weird. We're going to do the top in just a minute. So, let's go. Let's do that. And we're going to raise those guys up to 2.2. Hello. We're your study group? Basically. That's basically what it feels like. This does have sort of a college vibe to it, because I am definitely not the best at this stuff. Shout out to anybody who came here expecting to see quality, because that ain't what we do around here, at least not most of the time. Last stream was very evident of that. Last stream we came so close to glory, and then we just sort of flubbed the end of it, which I'm not upset about, if anybody wants to take it that way. I was pretty pleased with the last stream, but I had high hopes, and they didn't pan out exactly the way I expected them to. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Let's go Z. Oh, no. Okay, we're gonna grab this whole thing. This is the problem with doing this. Oh yeah, don't forget, the raffle is running, everybody. The raffle is in full effect today. I started it nice and early because I am a professional. I would prefer if we did something relating to the ocean or a buoy or something, but I'm kind of game for whatever today. You can't raffle your points or perfection? You could raffle exactly 100 tickets. A seagull? How many times have I made a seagull on stream? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so that is probably a lot better looking. Let's check it. It's not lovely. You don't want to have the most points? Oh, you want to have the most points. You're getting competitive? You guys should duel for points. Quality is an ambiguous concept in art. Had the pleasure of seeing several video essays and abstract art in recent days. Hey, if you want to link those videos, big fan of abstract art over here. I used to make a lot of abstract art. That was a big thing for me for a long time, was abstract art. I really like abstract. Hey. That was very sweet of you. Did you not get points for gifting a sub? What? Okay, hold on. Can I do this? I'm a cup of tea. I'll give you 25. There you go. There you go. I've given you points. It should have given you points. I don't know why it didn't. All right. One of these days, I'm gonna play Magic Pinjal on stream. It will be glorious. Actually, the more I think about Magic Pinjal, the more I'm like, that game is literally just like the world's worst 3D modeler. Like, it's just 3D modeling software as bad as can be. So it kind of is perfect. I think that might be a perfect game to play on stream. The more I think about it. 2.2. 2.2. 2.2. I wish normals repeated correctly. There we go. We turn this on again. Everything's looking pretty good. Oh, that looks a lot better. Wait. Oh no. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? We missed one. We missed one. Wow. Oh man, it's gonna be one of those streams for sure. How is everybody in chat? How are we all doing? Are we okay? Are we all living our best lives? What's everybody up to lately? What's the big project that everybody's working on? All right, that is there. This guy should come back to here, and we're gonna press save. Just give that a nice little save right there. And now we're gonna make this work. This is 100% going to work. No problem, no questions asked. Make sure you get all of them. I don't know why we didn't get all of them the first time we did this. There we go. The videos appeared on YouTube as I went about other things, so while I did nourish my mind, I won't probably be able to find those. Unless that was like a million videos ago. You do have a history tab. Not that you're expected to share or whatever, but just as an idea, you do have a history tab on YouTube. You can go back and like see what videos you've watched. Also, if you get weird recommendations on YouTube, you should definitely go and clear out that history. Because when you watch, okay, so last night I went on a bit of a kick. This is an unfortunate thing, and I feel very weird about it, but I'm gonna say it just for the sake of honesty, just so we can all be a little closer. I went on a bit of a kick yesterday. I started watching this channel called, I want to say it's called Cowhoof GD. I think that's the name. And basically, it's this guy who fixes like bad cow hooves. Like he like helps cows who have like fractured ankles and stuff. And it's a weird channel. And it's very weird because for me, I don't really enjoy the world of agriculture. I don't really like the way that we treat animals. Like, you can say, like, oh, this farmer loves his cow, but it's like, yeah, but the cow was, like, bred to have, like, weird genetic issues and stuff. So regardless of how much this individual person likes the cow's still, like, kind of suffering. So I felt weird about it in that respect. But I was watching it, and I was into it. It is very interesting. The guy's a cool guy. Interesting guy. And I went down the rabbit hole on all these videos. And man, it was something. Can you link it in the Discord, please? I can't exactly follow links while I'm streaming. But I would otherwise love to see it. Oh, smoothness does nothing? Oh, there we go. So have I made way too much geometry right away? Yes, I have. Yes, indeed, I have made way too much geometry right away. But we'll solve all that in the final edit. I promise. And this is the most important part of the sketch. For sure. This is by far the most important part. So we're gonna do this. And I think we are officially done. I think there's more I could do, but honestly, I'm not that colored about it. It's looking pretty special to me. Oh, I love him. Oh, look at him. Look how good he looks. There's a lot to be fixed here, I think. But color me not upset with what we're looking at here. This'll do. This will do. This is perfect. It's as good as I want it to be right now. So, we gotta make a bell, and we gotta put a top on this thing. So, let's get that all sorted out. How do we want to do this? I think we might want to grab this. Grab all these boys. Remove our subdivision, just for now. We're gonna go ahead and pop this guy straight up. Nice and easy. And then we're gonna connect all of this together. And then we're gonna connect all of this together. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna recalculate the outside with our normals, so it looks nice and good. Put that back on. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Okay, so I'm gonna come in by 0.05. Repeat, repeat, repeat. We're going to grab them and make sure that they are perfect circles. Please do not rotate. Thank you. They did rotate. Why do you do that? Why must you rotate? They didn't rotate. Oh, they're perfect actually. Okay, perfect. Circle, circle. Boom. Okay. Here's what we're up to. Grab, 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 grab. We're gonna pull these guys up a little bit. We're gonna remove one. And repeat. Oh gosh, didn't work. Hold on. 0.025. We're gonna do the same thing. GZ by 0.25. 0.025. Okay, we got a little bell on top. Hello, not what I wanted. Okay, and we have this weird crease here that I don't love, but everything else looks good. The rest of it looks great. So now we just gotta figure out how to, like, finish this. So I think what we want to do is come into here, grab you, delete those faces. Does that look right? That looks all right. This looks all right to me. Let's recalculate our outsides. And I think we're in it. Perfect. There he is. That's the boy you like to see. This is the boy you come home to. Now, I don't love how non-circular it is. I should have probably been a little bit more mindful of my circles, but do I care? Do I actually care? Let me check. I should be using tab for that. Remember to use tab for that. What if I did something like this? Just a real simple little guy like that. And now we have these sort of like blinds for rain. I don't love the way that looks. Let's do it again like this. We'll pop those on down. You're gonna play some Titanfall 2 before some jerk decides to up the DDoS again? Okay. You have fun. Let us know how it goes. I think that is like a style. If you look at that from a distance, that looks pretty solid. I'm gonna say that looks all right. So next we got to get rid of this weird pattern that we have going on in here. So that'll do, and we'll pop it in and check it and say that looks not great. Somebody tells me I'm just going to sit and struggle with this for a little while, but my goal is to make it work. The goal is to have it work. So let's go ahead and throw a little bit of a smooth on here. There we go. That looks better. The bell on top is not very round. I have trouble with this. Like, how do you make subsurface things look round without getting those crazy lines? That actually doesn't look bad. Does not look bad. I think a better way to do that would be to maybe inset a little bit more. Like that, and then we'll go and delete stuff later. But if I come into here and I grab all of this and I round it, we should be looking in smooth business. So let's say like 0.3 times 2 gives us not a bad look. We're going to make him short. Bring him down just a little bit. There we go. That's pretty solid looking. I'm going to say that's it. That's our guy right there. Cool. Okay. Done. Whew. It's coming together. We're almost there. We're actually almost like done with this thing. I got to make a bell, which is going to be a little complicated, but bells aren't terrible. And I have to make what's up here, which is going to be weird, and I have to make the ship's wheel thing. Otherwise, I think we're looking all right. I want to kind of fix these metal bars, but color me not that upset about how this is looking so far. So what do I want to do for this last little bit? I'm thinking we got to go with a UV sphere. Let's redo the UV sphere. Let's make ourselves a UV sphere. Also, I should be using this. I need to get used to using shortcuts a little bit more. I know Simo is beating down their computer every time I say stuff like that, but I am working towards it. Slowly but surely, I'm getting better at that stuff. I resisted shortcuts for a long time because it was good for me to develop kind of a style, kind of a weird workaround for everything. And I feel like I know Blender really well at this point. Like, I theoretically know a lot about Blender. It's the doing part that is tough. It's the getting things done that is very difficult. Which I guess should be true for all art. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the person who should even be saying stuff like that, but it is how I feel. Okay, let's use a sharp. What? Hello? A sharp. That doesn't look right. That looks really strange for some reason. Why does it look like that? Okay, come back. Let's do this again. We want something like... What? Why does this bell look so weird? Tell you what, new strategy. We're gonna use a cylinder of 12. I'm gonna pop them up. We're gonna make our shape. I'm gonna cut off the bottom of this guy. Delete, and let's do this. Let's do 3. We're gonna go out, up, out, and in. And we're going to throw on a little bit of a subdivision and take a look at this. And we're going to need one more guy here who comes in. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that is not the worst looking bell I've ever seen. How do we feel about that? That looks like a decent bell. Ding dong. You know, I'm looking at a normal bell here, and I don't think it's supposed to look like that. So let's not make it look so crazy. I think that's what a bell's supposed to look like. Roughly. We'll go ahead and GZ that on down just a little bit. Looks like a pretty normal bell to me. We'll go ahead and round out the top of this guy just a little bit. There you go. That's a bell. That's what a good old bell's supposed to look like. But I do like a flared bell, so we're going to flare it out just a little bit because I like a little bit of drama in my sketch. There we go. There it is. I feel like it's missing something. Let's go ahead and throw this back behind it. We're going to model the two right next to each other. Okay, let's go ahead and just get a good look at this. Should I just trace it? Yes, I should. Let's put you at 0 on the X. Let's put you at 0 on the X. And we'll just sit here and trace it. Oh, it's not far off. Okay. So we just want to grab a little bit. Oh, I'm also using proportion. No wonder things were getting weird. That was my bad. That is roughly what it's supposed to look like. She'll do. She will do. Okay. Give me this. Get out of here. Back to the bell. Let's go ahead and push this guy down to our 0 once again. And let's stick him on in here. Does this guy need to be cleaned up? Oh yeah, he does. This thing needs a lot of cleaning. But we are getting there. What I want to be doing is adding a solidify after the subdivision. Solidify is right there. I always have trouble finding it. And I might throw on a tiny little bevel. I understand the bevel might be overkill, but I'm going for it. Because why not? This guy deserves a little bit of a bevel. Okay, so that is going to be our little bell. Should I attach it to something? It looks like it's very closely attached up here. So I think it's not, there's no need to really get obsessed with attaching this thing. If we check our dimensions here, I can get it right up in there. Okay. So that is the bell. Done. Now what? Boy, this is a weird looking buoy. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, this is strange. I really don't like these guys. That doesn't look very good to me. Everything else looks good. I don't love that. That looks strange. Something I might come back and fix this now that I'm really looking at it. I think I might want to change the way this looks. So the way that they're actually constructed, if I'm looking at one like over here, it's two different pieces of metal. So it's a torus that hooks on to like a bell of some sort. I think I do have to redo this part. I think I can do it fast though. So let's keep the skeleton there. Right there. We'll do that. We're going to call you Bell. Hey, Pyro, we got ourselves a little bit of a buoy going on. Pyro, you strike me as somebody who loves a buoy. You strike me as a big buoy fan. Okay, so we got our little guy here again. Same shape as before. And I'm going to be very careful how I do this. I can't even visualize how this is going to work yet. But it will work. I will make sure of it. Right there. Okay, so we want to take this. We want to lower him down to make a little bulb. That's our little jellyfish that the bell is going to sit inside of. We're going to remove that. We're going to grab you, Phil, Poke. Where's Poke? Poke, 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 poke. Poke. Inset like that. And now I look at it and it's messed up. Didn't think about this one, did we? Did not think about this one. Let's rotate this guy by 45 degrees and see if that helps us at all. It does not help us at all. So I gotta kind of guess, is what I gotta do. Which I don't want to do. But I will do it. For the sake of the creation, I will do it. So that is our geometry right there. Perfect. Let's go back. That does not look terrible. I don't hate that. So if we were to take this, boom, 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 and then we're going to GG that guy on up to 0.98. We're going to repeat. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Repeat. Oh, yes, please. All three. Yes. There we go. Now we throw a subdivision on here. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It could be a little bit better. So let's grab these and maybe GG them down just a little bit. Negative 0.05 just to keep it consistent. What does that look like? What if I lowered all of this? What would that do for us? If I do that, you, and I lower all of these. GZ. What is that going to look like? Does that look okay? Is that acceptable? It does look weird, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure I can picture this yet. We're still thinking about this. Let's go ahead and grab this inner ring and put one more in here, and we're going to GZ this guy up and see what we can come up with. Boy, that does not look good. It's so close to looking good, but it doesn't look good. All right, well, I'm going to take a break from that for just a moment. To do this, we're going to isolate. We're going to grab just the bottoms of these guys. I'm going to put on some auto normals to make sure we don't get those weird streak lines. The auto normals need to be raised so we don't get those lines. And we're set. Okay, perfect. So now we've simplified that. We can remove the isolation, and we're going to go ahead and throw on a torus to make that ring. Hey, Panda. What's up, Panda? How you doing? Panda, how you been? All right, let's do that, and we need to make this torus just a little bit better. 0.05. That'll do. So we'll say that is 1. Should I use an array? Should I use an array? Big questions. I think I should. I think we're going to do that. There we go. That looks decent enough to me. And let's pop these guys up. So we're going to do Z by like 5. No? Hold on. Z by like 5. There we go. And I need 3 of them. So we're just going to raise this until we get something we like. That might be it. I think I like 6. I think... Let's try 7 one more time. 7's perfect. Let's do 7. 7 it is. There's that. All of this looks fine just the way that it is. We're going to go ahead and apply. We're going to grab each of these and we're going to separate by loose parts. And now we just lower them down to where we want them. Oh, and I have to set geometry to this. Perfect. And now we're cruising. There we go. Same thing. Set origin to geometry, and let's bring him down. And then this looks infinitely better than that last one that we were doing. Should I put bolts on this? I probably should. I don't know if I'm going to. Boom. A buoy. I think that looks a lot more realistic than the last one. I think that looks a lot better than the last one. I still need work to do on the top here, but honestly, I'm not that worried about it. For anybody who was not here from the beginning, do not forget to join the raffle if you would like a chance at steering the last hour of stream. It is quite a weird one today. Kind of anything is possible. You could put something in the water, because I'm going to make a little bit of water just to set the scene. You could put something in the water. You could put something inside the buoy because there's going to be a little pocket to put things inside here. You could put a little something on top of the buoy, in the sky, whatever you want, whatever you're feeling. So if you want that, gotta get your chance. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna want to grab all of this. Maybe even one up here. Yes. And I'm gonna extrude in. That'll do. And we're gonna make a really hard crease right here. There we go. Oh, it looks perfect. Okay, so that is our light. So that's a light source right there. And then we have the bell. So let's go ahead and grab the bell, make the bell bigger, because we want to fill this. Oh, we're in this. We are in this. This is about to pop off. That's a big bell. That might be too big. I'm trying to think of how that's going to like teeter back and forth and hit things, and I think it's too big. It's close though. There we go. That looks perfect to me. The only thing I hate is this part. The way that this weird bell forms. I got to think about that for a little bit, but I'm not doing that right now. That's a later problem. So we'll get there. And this part, I don't like the way that little bulb looks on the bottom either, but we'll get there. Not a big deal right now. Not what I'm thinking about. Maybe it is what I'm thinking about. Maybe I am going to try and fix this at this very moment. I suppose what I want to do is use like a circle select, which off the top of my head, circle select, there was a way to do it. Tell you what, I'll just use this. And where is my circle select? Select. Select, circle select. I have a select pie wheel somewhere, but I don't know where it is. There we go. Now we can grab that and we can smooth it. Don't do that. Okay. Sir, I'm good. I selected it. We're back to box select. Okay, so I grabbed this, and now we want to just check our angle and make sure we get it looking kind of nice. So we'll say 0.5 times 3. Get it looking a little bit better than what it was before. I actually kind of like the way that looks. It looks bad because you can see these little streaks, but that's just because of the settings I have turned on. You won't notice that in the final result. That looks good. That looks perfect. Okay, there's only one more thing to do, I think. We're going to call this buoy brace bottom. We're going to call this buoy brace mid and buoy brace top. What is like to be you? Boy. Do we even want to know? What is it like to be me? What a hard question to answer. What is it like to be me? I spend a lot of my life in my head thinking about things, and I am very compelled by my ideas. If I have a good idea, if I have like a piece of writing or just anything, if there's anything that I'm interested in that I think is a good idea, everything I do stops. I stop doing anything, and I am now doing that. Like, I value my own creativity over just about anything else in my life. And so that gets me in trouble a lot. So I'm basically always on, is what it's like. Beyond that, I don't know exactly what you're asking. That's like the most me thing that there is that I never stop. I wish I could sometimes. I mean, I like who I am to some degree, but there are times where I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm over it. Like, just stop. Just chill. But the brain doesn't want to stop. Brain never wants to stop. Always wants to make things. Always creative. I have a feeling there will be a point in my life where I will like lose a little bit of creativity. Like I'll get tired, exhausted, something in my brain will be like, let's stop doing this. And that'll be an interesting thing to deal with whenever that happens. That'll be an interesting little time period. And I don't know what to expect when that happens. Okay, we got ourselves a little bolt. We're going to pop this bolt out just a little bit. And what we're going to do is add constraints for this bolt. So let's add a constraint. The constraint is track 2, buoy top. So theoretically, it should bend and warble. Doesn't look like it's doing that. Wait, what? You need a constraint. What about you? What's it like to be Mr. 6? What's it like in the great world of Mr. 6? What do you like? We're just going to copy that data. I'm not going to use any weirder dimensions than I have to, so we're just going to take that, push it right to the spot we like. Funny, very funny. Oh, please explain. What does that mean? What do you mean funny? You're a funny guy. Okay, we're going to check our normals. And now we can go ahead and push this guy back a little bit. I don't love the way that looks. I don't. The way I see things, it's always funny. What do you mean by that? Like, what's funny? Is that okay? I feel like that's okay. It's not perfect looking, but I don't know if I care too much. This isn't going to work, right? If I throw a mirror on here to top, that's not going to work. The perspective in which I look at everything around me, yeah. Is that good? Are you happy that you look at things very comedically? Or does that bring you strife? Do you wish that weren't true, or are you pleased with your life? Let's throw another mirror on here. We will do top. And I'm going to do Y? No. Isn't that weird? Absolutely, I like being myself. That's all you can ever hope for, right? That's the perfect answer. That is the perfect answer to life itself. Learning to like yourself, learning to be okay with the world around you, that's kind of all there is at the end of the day. That's kind of all there is in life, period. Isn't that weird? What? What? What on earth is happening? Oh, that's a weird one. Okay, I see how this is happening. I see why this is happening. My bad. I messed it up. We want to set origin to geometry, so it's in the middle, and that gets super weird and messed up. Why is that happening? You only have one life, you should enjoy it? Absolutely. Could not agree more. How do I convert this to no longer track? Convert to mesh. Apply. How do I apply this? I want this to be done. I don't want to do this anymore. Apply. Let's apply. Make instances real. Oh gosh. Weird. This is weird. I'm going to leave that as is for now. We're going to try and solve that later, but that's not my main concern for the time being. So let's not do that. Next up, we want to focus on this. Apply scale. Make sure we double check that this guy is set to the amount that we like. What is going on? Why did it change all of a sudden? This whole scene just changed. Weird. I don't know what's going on. We'll just do that though. And that should be just fine. Did we remove? Oh, we did. That's what it is. There we go. Back to normal. Okay. Hey, Mr. 6 in the raffle with 11 tickets. Mr. 6 is out to fight for this one. We got 40 minutes until raffle ends. So get it if you want it. Okay, I'm going to add the little ship's wheel thing, and then we're going to go for it. I need a little thing here. So let's grab a ship's wheel. Submarine door. What is this called? Like a valve? Valve? That's what I wanted. What do you call this? A valve wheel? My spelling is on point today. Okay, so it looks like that. That's exactly what we want. Don't want that. We just want a normal valve wheel. Okay, let's just grab a normal one. So it's this with a screw going straight through it and a nut on top. We can do that. Let's save that. Make sure it's not a WebP. And let's do this thing. Okay, so we got ourselves a little guy here. This is going to turn out. This is going to work. We're going to finish this whole scene today. I'm very stoked about this. In fact, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, let's get rid of all of this. There we go. We can hide all that. And all we're going to do is work on this. Okay, so it is a torus. Not really. It's more of a cylinder. Set to 12. That'll do. And we're going to go ahead and come in just a little bit. come in a lot of bit. And come in a little bit more. And we'll go ahead and bridge those. And we want 4 faces. So let's go ahead and grab 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Bridge. That doesn't work. Bridge. 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 And we're done. So if I take that and we go ahead and throw some subdivision on there to make it look like this, this is definitely not the first time I've made this exact shape before. I'm going to throw a little bit more on there and we're actually going to make it look a bit better. So first things first, you're going to want to grab these guys, go to normal and bring them in by 0.45. Will do. Okay, so we are basically here. I'm going to say that looks pretty good. Last but not least, we'll grab these guys and just pop in them. Yeah, we'll do that. Repeat, repeat, repeat. That looks pretty solid to me, I will say. The only difference I think I would add, and this is very optional and maybe a little overkill, but you always see this when you see these things, and it's no extra geometry, so there's no reason not to. I'm going to go ahead and push these guys out to make that weird kind of shape that they always have. And maybe I'll do it once more on the inside here, just to really sell it. This comes down to that principle in art where things shouldn't look like they're accidents. The more accidental things look, the less like professional they look. Although I really don't think that looks good. So instead, I'm just going to grab the whole outside and just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Done. You shade that smooth. That looks like a perfect little wheel. I'll go ahead and do one thing and flatten this part. Now that looks like a wheel to me. That looks just about perfect. Do I want to try any harder? I don't know. I feel like it's missing something. I'm just obsessed. I can't give it up. I'm going for it. Honestly, that's the look. We're done. Okay, stop touching it. Enough, you're done. For the sake of geometry, I am going to go ahead and solidify this little centering right here because it doesn't matter. We are not going to be using it for anything. I will throw on auto normals, but it should not matter. Oh man, auto normals might not have been the best idea the more I'm looking at this. Yeah, let's not do that. Get rid of auto normals. That looks fine, just as is. So now we go ahead and take ourselves a cylinder. 12 should be fine. Make it nice and long. That'll do. That'll do right there. Put on some auto normals to really get this guy looking the part. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the end of him, do that, and do a little bit of GZ to push him up. We'll go ahead and apply our scale, come down, grab this, round him out just a little bit. I think that looks decent enough to me. And then we're going to do one more thing with a cylinder, and it's going to be a hexagon. And I think we're done. I think we've done this thing. I think we are done. This guy needs to be shrunk a little bit. He's just a little bit too big. I want to say that's it. Perfect. So let's grab you, and we're going to call you valve wheel. Just one. Valve wheel. We're going to call this valve nut, valve stem, which I think is a different thing, but I'm going to know what it means, so that's what I'm calling it. And we toss them all up in here. We're going to make sure that we name everything else. I'm going to remove my skeletons because we have the one that we like. And let's take a look at it. Okay, so everything looks just about right. The sphere is going to be called our cage. Buoy cage. Door. Sphere number 2 is going to be called our bolts. Anything else that needs to be named? No, it looks good to me. Okay, so we got this whole contraption. Push him on up, shrink him on down, push him down onto here. Definitely does not need to be that deep, but it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out how big a human is. That looks perfect. That looks absolutely perfect. Aside from this guy right here, this looks utterly perfect. I cannot be more pleased with this. Cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's node this guy up. We're gonna be done early. When am I ever done with the main sketch early? That's not a thing. Okay, so we're going to want to start with some rusted kind of metal. I don't think we really want to have rusted metal, but I'm going to start with it, and we'll bring it back from the brink a little bit. Okay, so we're going to link some materials. It's a new thing. What's a new thing? I missed something. What does that mean? Oh, it looks so good. Wow. This is going to be that same material as this. Nope, not what I wanted. Link materials, apply scale. Oh, it's perfect looking. Let's take our rusty metal and let's make a new one. We're going to call this sea metal, which is a terrible name for something, but it is what I'm going to call it. What has sea metal? You have sea metal? You have sea metal. Okay, we're going to link that material. They all have sea metal. Perfect. Oh, it's a new thing? You ending the speed sketch or the main sketch early? Honestly, I'd be down for that. The goal with these streams is to have fun and to be productive. And if I can finish early, that means we're getting better. That means things are improving. And I will never be upset about that. There we go. That is pretty solid looking. Oh, I suppose this this lid should also have this material. So we got a lot of stuff with that material specifically. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, so we're going to deal with sea metal in just a minute, but in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and give this guy gold. And we want the gold not to be super shiny. I kind of want to give this guy a bit of a hammered look, but I don't think that's the best course of action. Instead, I'm going to take it and lower the saturation quite a bit. And I think that is our bell. Nice and done. That should be just fine. Hey, chaos. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Chaos, how you doing? Oh, you know what I never added? I never added the little thing that hits the bell. We're gonna do that in a moment, but I'm on new track right now, so we're gonna be doing this. Hello, everybody from Chaos's chat. How was stream today? Thank you, very appreciated. Okay, let's go ahead and throw some water on here. We're gonna do just the classic water. Everybody likes a little bit of classic water. Stream was fine. Made a demon. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's show off this demon. Well, for anybody who is joining us now, I'll just be the first person to tell you, we are making a buoy, and in about 30 minutes, if you want to give me something to make, I'm going to be making something for about an hour. So you get the ability to control it by entering our raffle. All right, let's look up your stream. I want to see what you made. Where are you? Oh, it hid you. Why did it hide you? Oh, no, it's showing me. Oh, you don't keep VODs. Do you have a picture of your demon that I can show off? Or is it just kind of a thing that you have hanging out on your computer and it's its own business? Which is perfectly fine if that's the case. Hey, what's up, Greemel? Okay, let's go ahead and bring all of this up. Actually, the last time I checked water, we should be doing it like that. That is a slick water surface. Okay, there we go. There's a perfect little picture of it. Look at that. Oh, okay, so you're doing like 7 deadly sins. I saw you posting something about that on your Discord channel. Very cool. Very, very cool. I love it. I'm such a sucker for... Oh, I can't zoom in. I'm such a sucker for straps like that, where they make like the pentagon and like all the other stuff. Pentagram, not pentagon. I'm such a sucker for stuff like that. That stuff's awesome. Okay. We're going to add clear coat. Clear coat roughness is going to be brought to 1.5, and here we go. Here is the moment of truth for everybody. You want to make some water? Let me show you how to make water. Hey, Nova. Nova, how have you been? How's the writing and stuff going? Are you all still writing together? You still kind of, I don't know what is allowed to be said, what is not allowed to be said. I'll keep it at, are you guys still writing? All right, here we go. Water time. Become water. Presto Majesto, become water. When there's time and mood, I get that. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very appreciated. Get that water nice and textured where we like it. That is too much. There we go. Little bit of water. Little bit of water, just a little bit of water. And we're gonna up that detail until we get something we like. Ooh, that is not good looking. Let me switch to object data real quick. And we'll drop that scale on down. She does not want to work. She is not having a good time. She is not pleased. Come on now. There we go. There's a little bit of water for you. It's not my favorite looking water in the world, but it is water. How do I fix this? I want to make like peaks. I want this to look like ocean water, but it doesn't want to do it. Something I might do is add a little bit of a Fresnel filter for this value. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to add myself a little bit of a layer weight with facing for transmission roughness. And we should get a pretty shimmery, cool looking effect. Work. Please work. Work. Hey, there we go. There we go. That's water. You get those little divots in the water. That's what we're looking for. Very nice. Perfect. If it were up to me, I would probably make the water a little bit sharper, but that's not the goal today, so let's stay away from that. That's not what we're trying to do today. So let's focus on this little guy. This is going to be called Valve Wheel. That's Walter. Honestly, someone's got to do it. So I think what we want to do on this is maybe have some wear and tear on it. So the way I know how to do that is get two colors we like. So I'm going to grab a red. I want that nice, I'm going to use my iconic red. It is F3D444, I think. No. F3D044. No. Man, I always have trouble remembering what my red is. It's like about there, though. We'll call that it. And now we will go ahead and throw a texture on here. I'm going to throw a Musgrave. We're going to need a color ramp to offset that, to give it that kind of worn look, but it'll do for now. Pop this bad boy out. Put object data on him. We're going to up that scale just a little bit. We're going to up that detail a whole lot. And we're going to lower that dimension until we get something we like. That looks about right to me. Lachronicity can go up. Nope. Can go down. And we want something a little bit on the weird side. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, cracky bones. I've been stretching real hardcore lately, and I've been going on walks and bike rides and just trying to take care of myself, trying to not die. And as a byproduct of that, my body has been cracking like crazy lately. Like I just crack all over the place. There we go. Now I should be able to change our values a little bit. Look at that. That looks pretty solid to me. Let's go ahead and take that. I'm going to copy this color ramp. And we're going to add you to metallic. We're going to throw some clear coat on here. Give it that nice polished look that we all know and love. Give it roughness underneath the surface, but clear coat on top of the surface. I think I might want this red to be darker as well. That's the look right there. Now, for metallic, we're going to want... Which one's which? Having a hard time seeing this. I guess we're going to do this with the roughness as well. Okay, so we want the reverse of this. Okay, that's it. And then we invert this guy right here. And we got ourselves a texture. That is okay. It is usable at the very least. The more I'm sitting here and looking at this, the more I'm like, I don't know if I like this. This looks kind of bad. I think it's how much clear coat there is. I think it's the clear coat's fault. Nope, it's definitely the roughness fault. Okay, so this guy can't be black. Sure, that's how we'll do it. And I will go ahead and throw a little bit of roughness on here as well. Or not roughness, texture. So let's go ahead and throw a bump on there and really sell this. There he is. There's my boy. In fact, I could probably skip all of this and just use you and feel pretty good about myself. You're gonna bonk me? What am I getting bonked for? I'm pretty proud of this guy. Okay, yeah, that's too much. Too much. Let's come back to here. Pop that in. And the clear coat, I think, is actually taking away from this. So we're going to remove the clear coat. No reason, you just felt like bonking? Okay, I can live with that. All right. I think that is usable. Are we okay with this? Does this look fine? It could probably use a little bit of softness, if I'm being perfectly honest, but maybe I don't super care. Like, I don't like that. That little island right there is a little too much for me. You're okay with this? Okay, body part you'd lose first if you had to. What body part would I lose first if I had to lose a body part? What body parts do I have? Yeah, like how small we talking? You'd say little toe if that counts? What body part would I lose if I could lose a body part? Okay, let's go big picture. The face. I'm not losing anything on my face. This does all the work. How small and important? How are we losing them? You wake up. Okay, I don't know if Chaos has an answer to this, but you wake up in the morning and it's gone and it's completely healed over. It's been fully amputated by a divine entity in your sleep. I mean, I'd lose my nipples. Cut those guys out. Gone. See you later. See you later, alligator. No nipples. What use do I have for nipples? Like Bible taking the rib? Yeah. Yeah. A biblical angel descends from heaven, says, "Do not be afraid," and then takes a body part. And you're gone. Your whole world has ended. And by that I mean you've lost a body part. I'd lose a nipple easily. Like, there's no doubt about it. That's definitely the answer. If that doesn't count, I mean, I don't know why that wouldn't count. But if that didn't count, my first reaction is my left pinky finger. I think I care a lot more about my toes than I do about my pinky fingers. I don't know why. Maybe that's a dumb answer, actually. The more I think about it, I'm like, that's probably not a good idea. Okay, so the wave, we gotta be careful with wave textures because they go kind of nuts. We want a gradual wave. No. They always do this. I don't know why they do this. I'm trying to make the conversation a little bit more complicated. I'm trying to add a complication somewhere, but I'm having trouble thinking of anything. I think it's a pretty generic, like, idea, right? You get a body part cut off and that's it. I'm like, could I do pets? I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, so we have ourselves a little screw here that is not wanting to cut very properly. I actually hate the way this thing looks. This might have to be an off-stream thing. I'm going to do that off-stream. We're going to leave that for now because I want to make sure we do the rest of this proper. I have 10 minutes to finish this thing. So let's actually finish this. Buoy body. Okay, so the buoy body is got to be like a beveled... Copy. Paste. We're going to do a little bit of that. We're going to go buoy body, setup. It's going to really think about it. Oh, whoa, we went crazy. We're floomfing on today. The Floomf Bud is off today. They said they would be off today, and they're off doing their own thing for the day. The Floomf Squad has been separated. This is just noise. We don't want just noise. We want it to come down to this. I could probably dye this a color, which I think is exactly what I want to do. So let's do a mix RGB. You miss your Floomfy friends? It's been a quiet day. Everyone's busy. Wednesdays are always quiet. I'm starting to notice that Wednesdays are our quiet days. Don't know why. It's weird to me to some degree, but you know, it makes sense. It's not the worst thing in the world. I always find that on the quiet days, you're the one that's here as well, Mr. Six. You're always here for quiet time. It's like you know. Are you on to something? Do you know something I don't know? Okay, so we're going to add some bevel mixture here. This should be kind of weird looking for a little bit. I think we want to use object normals here, but I don't know if that's a good idea. But we're going to try it anyway. Wednesdays you're in the bar? Well, that makes sense. There's actually a completely convenient reason why that is. Also, what on earth is happening? You were born on a Wednesday. How do you know what day you were born on? If you asked me what day I was born on, I could not give you a straight answer. Also, this is very weird. Something very strange is happening. How are we going to make this work? I may have just hit a wall. Let me pull up a buoy real quick. Classic buoy. It has to be painted red. Like, there's no way we're not painting this thing red. That's just how it goes. You checked on a calendar? That is interesting. I do not know what day I was born. I know I was born at, like, 4 in the morning, because I was the worst. I was born at some, like, absurd time, I think. Which, honestly, par for the course. Okay, so we're going to grab some reds. No, we want to keep those. These stay the same. The top layer gets reds. So this should be like that. That should be red like that, and then this should be our Musgrave with way more of this. I'm questioning how this is going to look. Okay, got it. We're here. Now we reverse these two. We reverse those. We're going to change our scale just a little bit to something bigger. And we're going to make sure that we get the rust on there properly. And if that is done correctly, then I can reverse the invert on here. And we've got it. Please work. That looks all right to me. I want a little bit more of that edge detection, but honestly, for the time being, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I really want to try and weather that edge. That's definitely the goal later. But I think it looks random enough for my interests. So now we want to up that roughness just a little bit, get it feeling a little bit more metallic-y. It does have a metal quality to it. Maybe we'll use this guy as a measure of roughness. And I'm going to go ahead and end the raffle here in just a moment. And for everybody who entered, we will see who wins. I don't think a lot of people entered today. What on earth? What is happening to this thing? This thing is looking kind of nuts. What is the raffle? Okay, so you get a chance. If you want to type in !points, it'll tell you how many points you have. And how it works is you enter the raffle by typing !raffle and a number of tickets you want to buy. We draw a random ticket once the raffle ends, and the person who wins the raffle gets to decide what they're going to add to this scene. So you get to have your sort of mark be put on top of this thing. Whatever you want. Whatever you're into. That is looking pretty solid as far as I'm concerned. Hey, thank you. Very appreciated. It's missing a couple of elements. There's some stuff that I want to change to this, but for the time being, I'm going to say that looks pretty decent. I'll switch this over to buoy body, I think. I'm not sure. And we got to put something inside the bell. But otherwise, not half bad. Not bad for 2 hours of work. I've spent many worse 2 hours in my life. Okay, let's say that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. And let me go ahead and end that raffle. So last call, anybody who wants in on the raffle, now is your chance. I can go ahead and delete a couple of things here. Hey. I think there might also be a little bit of a delay between us, so we'll keep that in mind. How does it work? If you want to do !point raffle 1, you'll get 1 ticket, or however many tickets you want. Just change the 1 for whatever number you want. And we are going to draw a random ticket here in just a moment, and whoever gets it gets to decide what I make for the last little bit of stream. So I'm going to end it here in just a moment. I'm going to go very slow. I'm going to give you a chance if you want to do it. Otherwise, we're going to go for it. Currently, we have a very clear leader. Put a separation between the 1 and the raffle. So !point raffle space 1. And then we're going to go for it. I would appreciate if whoever wins keeps things related to this little ocean here. But honestly, you can make it whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to go for it. Raffle is over, and let's pick a winner. It is Mr. 6. All right, Mr. 6. What do you want? What do you want to see? You got some water? Oh, I love those emotes. Those are awesome. That's really good lighting. What would you like to see, Mr. 6? In the meantime, I'm going to look up what a bell looks like. Can you do a giant monster emerging from the water? Okay, so I've done like a Cthulhu octopus thing. What would you like to see? What do you want to see? What are you feeling? Of course, always organics with you guys. You can't let me take a break ever. Let me look up bell. It's just like a little knob. A giant shark. I can make a shark. Is this the Loch Ness? The Loch Ness is a cool vibe, but a giant shark, I can do a giant shark. I could put like the jaws around the buoy, if that's what we're feeling. That's kind of a vibe. Okay, tell you what. Is that what you want? You want the shallows. It is the shallows. What is this? Oh, it's the Z line. I'm like, what the heck is that? Do you want me to do the jaws? Shall we do it that way? Let's pop this guy on up. Sounds good to you? All right, that's what we're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the last little piece of this bell because I should have done this earlier. And then we're done. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and dissolve that. And let's dissolve all these faces. We're going to extrude along normals. Pop on out. And we're going to switch to wireframe. Nope, full wireframe. And we're just going to push them up. Boom. There he is. I love that little face. What is that? There we go. There's a bell. Nice and easy. Could it look a little bit better? Probably. I probably could have put more effort into it, but for the time being, that's it. We're done. Okay, so let's grab a shark. Let's grab a giant shark, and we're going to make the best shark we can in 1 hour, which, don't have high hopes. Oh my gosh. Sharks are very intimidating. Okay, so I want that. That's the look we're going for. I'm going to try not to get TOS'd here. We're going to be very careful. Oh, yeah. There you go. That's going to be the one. That's our reference image right there. Also, let me complete that so we can go ahead and not have a problem next time we start stream. Push that water out just a little bit, and let's make ourselves a shark. Boom. Sphere is a bell ringer, and that goes up to the buoy. And we're gonna make a shark. We'll call it a mega shark. And we'll pop our image in and we'll get going. All right, let's see what we're up to. There he is. We can get rid of that for now. Okay, a shark. Shark. I'm gonna have to sculpt this bad boy. Never easy. Never an easy job I have, that's for sure. Shark boy. Oh, shark boy. Shark boy and lava girl. We're getting these weird bumps all over the place. I'm wondering where that's coming from. I've never seen that before on Eevee. We're getting weird, like, processing stuff. I'm not sure why. I don't know if you can see that. There's little dots all over it. That's not normal. You don't normally see that. Don't know why. Okay. I'm almost inclined just to, like, sculpt this whole thing from scratch. Am I about to do that? Am I really about to sculpt this whole thing from scratch? Sure, why not? Why not? It's probably the fastest way to do this. Let's go ahead and scale it. Let's go back to sculpt. Let's not kill ourselves with the amount of detail that we have here. We'll do 0.7. Okay, let's go ahead and get going on this thing. We need to put XY symmetry on here. Y symmetry. There we go. Okay, time to go. Just remember that you don't like organic shapes. I got a big doubt on that one. There's a big doubt on that expression. Okay, let's go ahead and just make a nice shape. That's okay. Like we were saying, it's important to be challenged. If I didn't like being challenged, I wouldn't be streaming all of this. That's for sure. Because, boy, streaming definitely complicates things. All right, so shark time. Make it a nice little shark. Okay, that is about a shark shape. Very quickly just make that shape, pop him up, make him look kind of cool, and now we got to open his mouth. This is the part that I struggle with. This is the part where it's like, how does 3D modeling work? This is the part that kills folks. So let's just give him a mouth. Now, if Beryl were here, which I imagine Beryl's probably listening, just playing Titanfall. Maybe not. Maybe they're focused fully on Titanfall. Beryl would tell me to turn on Dino Top, and I have yet to learn how to use it, which is my bad. I just have a lot going on. Okay, no, we don't want to do that. We definitely want to crease this down. It'll all turn out, I promise. We're getting there. Perfect. Okay. This is going to be one of the fastest organic shapes I've ever made in my entire life. It's almost like you're supposed to sculpt stuff like this. Let's do that a couple of times. Let's get that looking good. And now we're going to pop all the way up to here. Nice big wide mouth. Have you ever wanted to learn another language? In high school, I took German. And in college, I was required to take another language for my degree. And I took Japanese. At the point I'm at in my life right now, I would probably like to relearn Japanese because I really don't remember too much from it. Like, I can make basic conversation. I could survive, but I would be like a foreigner for sure. Like, they would know, hey, you don't speak Japanese. But I would be able to survive. But I think if I cared a little bit more, I would like to relearn some Japanese. I think that'd be cool. I think that's the best shark I can make. I'm having trouble really getting this jaw to work. I'm going to say that's about right. He's got that weird gummy thing going on. So let's actually make those gums. I'm going to say that's the gum right there, and then we're going to add lips. Like this. Welcome back, Beryl. We were just talking about you. I was literally just talking about you. As per the norm. Always talking about somebody. Okay, that's going to be that. And we're going to go ahead and do this. He was. We can confirm. This is true. I was talking trash. That looks so weird. They have a weird look, don't they? I'm gonna get lost in this if I spend way too much time on this. You used to have nightmares with sharks? Can you tell us about them? What's the nightmare? What's the reoccurring dream? I think that's as good as I can do with that. So let's take that. There's more to be desired with this, but I think it's okay as is. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of that. Let's push these sides in just a little bit. Get that feeling like a real mouth. That little crease there is very weird. Very difficult to get that working. It's hard to tell, but I think I always swimming trying to escape one. I get that. I think that's a relatively common dream. I think a lot of people sensationalize sharks. You can't swim? Now, let me know if this is like a stereotype or whatever. I kind of figured swimming in Brazil was very common. I would have assumed they go like hand in hand with each other. Boy, I do not hate the way this thing looks. When I have nightmares, the scariest thing is just invisible, malicious humans. That's some Icelandic stuff for you. Okay, let's make the eyes. The eyes are going to tell us a lot about this. That's where the eyes are going to go, right there. So I'll go ahead and put that in. Invincible, not invisible. Oh. Invincible. That's an interesting take. I can get this guy pretty small, can't I? Okay, so that's that, and now let's do the nose. The nose is pretty weird looking. How are we gonna do this? Let's up that strength quite a bit. Come on, just pop in there. This one's very weird. I like to have nightmares. They are somehow funny when it's over. That's an interesting take. Yeah, we're making a shark. Mr. Six won a shark in the raffle. He's looking good. I think he's also looking pretty good, personally. As far as my abilities are concerned, I like him. I'm pretty pleased with this guy. That nose leaves a lot to be desired. I think think I want to do something a little drastic. Do something like that, and then take this little skin up here and fold it over. Let's snake hook that down a little bit, all the way down. That's looking a little bit better. We just want to make it a little bit smaller. It's a little too much. You missed the rest of the buoy? That's okay. We're going to get to the rest of the buoy here in just a minute. What have you been up to? What are you up to, T? What are you doing? Is that what they look like? That's kind of what they look like. Let's go ahead and do a back ridge. I don't think they have ridges like this, but just the way that this is looking, I think it needs it. And I think I want maybe that nose to be a little bit sharper. Okay, so we got a weird looking shark, to say the least. Okay, we're gonna say that's about right. The mouth definitely leaves a lot to be desired. I want to like thin it out like this. Sharks are cool. Sharks are pretty cool. They're a lot nicer than people give them the reputation for. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't love to be in the water with a shark, but they're a lot nicer than people assume. They come to break legs or something, and no matter how hard I hit them or shoot them, happen with a rocket launcher, infinite loaded barrel. That's got big U energy. That dream is the most you thing I've ever heard. That creases really clearly. Okay, so we want this like that. They are almost inoffensive to humans. We kill more of them than they kill us. Well, that's true for every animal on the face of the earth, I'm pretty sure. Is there any animal that kills more humans than we kill them? Because I think that's not possible. That seems highly unlikely to me. Okay, you know what? I think that is good enough. Could I do a little bit more here? Probably, but I'm having trouble picturing it. I'm thinking that's our shark. Are we okay with this? Does it matter if we're okay with this? Because I think it's as good as I can do. Does it even matter? I really wanted to get those gums looking good, but I think I can't do the gums. Let's make the teeth, and we're gonna call it from the teeth. We're gonna see what the teeth look like. Okay, so we want a mirror on the shark. So we're gonna start by not mirroring it. Instead, I'm just gonna make teeth. Let's make a tooth. You have time? I know I'm gonna run out of time pretty fast right at the end. So I'm just trying not to get there. Shark head. Shark head, ooh aha. Okay, we're gonna go 3. Grab the whole thing, stretch it up. We'll do some rounding and stuff later. I'm not gonna think about that right now. Get out of normals, because we're gonna be using global coordinates probably for the rest of the sketch. Bring that bad boy up. Thinking that's gotta be what it looks like, right? That's a shark tooth. Merge it last. Merge it last. Oh, not last, sorry. Merge at center. Repeat, 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 and repeat. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit of a dagger. It's a nice wizard's hat. Oh yeah. You didn't realize that sharks have wizard's hats inside of them? Come on now. I thought we were all here on the same page. Try and tell me I didn't just make the world's most perfect shark's tooth you've ever seen. First try. That was a first try. Didn't even have to think about it. That was pretty exceptional. Why are they so magical? They're so magical because they get it from dolphins. And we all know dolphins are the source of all magic in the world. Now this makes literally no sense because you won't see this, but that goes up. Like that's what shark's teeth look like. Okay, and now we want to really seal the deal by doing an auto normal of 45 and maybe add one more subdivision just so we can get it looking really clean, really nice. Can't be mad about that. Can't be mad about this. Don't forget to use your shortcuts. GZ. Can't be mad about that. There it is. Shark tooth done. Cool. The one thing I'm going to add is they do have a little bit of a like serration to them. That's definitely not the word I wanted to use, but it is the word that I actually used. So what I meant is a hook. There he is. That's a shark's tooth. Done. Let's pop him in. GX, not you. GX. Let's go ahead and rotate you. So RY. We'll do a little bit of RX, which is not going to work because Y? Hello, please? Have you ever thought about going to Jamaica? Oh, wait, I missed Barrel's comment. Sorry. I think there are more individual sharks who killed a human at some point than humans who have killed sharks at some point. Yeah, but all in all, I'd say it's definitely not a shark's world out there. They're definitely not winning any wars, that's for sure. How far up does a shark's tooth go? Okay, I know I should be using shortcuts. I really can't process them in my mind right now. So we're gonna do that. I think that's okay looking. Now, shark's teeth are luckily kind of chaotic, so I can go a little nutty. Have I ever thought about going to Jamaica? Sure, why not? Jamaica's cool. I think Jamaica has a really cool... It's not for me. I'm not a Jamaican... Mentally, I'm not in Jamaica. Same as Japan. But Jamaica has a really cool music culture. Jamaica kind of invented the idea of the modern DJ. They used to have... Oh, there's a whole bunch of language for it, and I don't know the language off the top of my head. But Jamaica used to have these peeps that would throw block parties, and they would get, like, music recordings to flip and remix and do all their stuff to. And, like, they formed a really weird system that when eventually it came over to the United States, it had huge copyright issues that Jamaica just didn't care about. Because Jamaica's a lot more, like, free as far as legal stuff is concerned. So yeah, Jamaica's like a really interesting culture. Color me a fan of Jamaica. Again, I would never live there. I don't think I would be able to. I think I have way too, like, alternative of a mindset for Jamaica. I don't love being around people as much as I think you have to live in places like that. Also, if I was visiting Jamaica, I would definitely not go to one of the tourist areas because I do not want, like, people yelling at me for being white to come buy products from them, which is an unfortunate thing that does happen in, like, island countries because they see white people and they're like, oh, you have money, and then they just rush you. So definitely wouldn't do that. That part I would relieve myself of. But yeah, I like Jamaica. Jamaica's cool. Got no issue. Does this look good? I'm starting to doubt if I like the way this looks. Let me try adding some mirror modifiers to this and see what happens. Let's go shark head with a Y. That just feels a little weird to me. There's something about this that looks like Shin Godzilla. It looks odd. You know what? It's what we're going to have to stick with. This is what I'm doing. Mr. Six, what made you think of Jamaica specifically? That's such a niche... Do you have some affiliation with Jamaica? You asked the most random question you could think of? Okay, so now I have a question for chat. What is the place that you would next like to visit? The next country, city, whatever that you would like to visit. Assuming that, you know, financially, whatever. Top of my head, Rio de Janeiro because of college. Okay. I meant like visit, not live. Like I know you're not necessarily living there, but that's more of like a living situation as far as I'm concerned. I would call college a form of like living in a place. We're talking like you get a 2-week vacation. Okay, I think that's pretty decent. It looks a little weird too because they're rainbow. Canada. Canada's cool. We love Canada. Canada is a lovely place. The worst thing about Canada is how close it is to the United States. Aside from that, no problems. Okay, that is gotta be what that tooth looks like right there. We are doing this thing as fast as lightning. We're going mega fast now. I have 30 minutes. We actually are kind of killing it today. All right, let's push all this forward right to where we like it. I think Japan is definitely the next place that I will visit. But I do need to go to Portland sometime. I have big energy with Portland. I love Portland. So realistically, my next vacation will probably be to Portland. But as far as when or how that's going to happen, I have no clue. Life is a chaotic thing right now. But Japan's on the list. I will definitely be going to Japan at some point. I do love me some Japan. Every white person loves Japan. There ain't no way around it. Okay, so this is gotta be probably him done. And then we'll go ahead and note him up. I'm thinking that is not bad. I still have thoughts about the teeth. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet, but we'll take it as we go. Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're good. Let's go ahead and copy those modifiers, and now we have teeth all the way around. That's a shark. Let's put in those black doll eyes that sharks have. I'm gonna use an icosphere because I'm a crazy person. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm obsessed with them. They don't really serve a purpose. We shouldn't be using them, but we're gonna use them. There we go. We'll throw a mirror on there. And that is our shark. Done. Ready to go. Okay, let's do this thing. So this shark is going to be eating the buoy, which is inside of him right now, I think. And we'll put the water on, and we'll grab all of this. There we are. There we go. How's that feel? Does that look about right? That feels correct to me. That feels like an insane looking contraption that we've made. Let's note them up. Okay, so we're gonna want just a tooth to start with. The teeth go normal from white to black, and they have kind of a chipped, brittle look to them. So let me grab just a single tooth. Looks dope. Thank you. Very appreciated. We're just going. We're just trying to make this thing work. Okay, let me get this in a position that I can actually use it in. So we'll do that right there. We'll grab a tooth. This will be called shark tooth. We're gonna put a gradient on it. So it's just a simple gradient. I think we don't need to worry too much about how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna use a linear gradient. We're going to pop out our texture nodes, use object data. We're gonna go from a red, like a pinky gross kind of red, to a brownish black looking thing. Let's just grab that color. Boom. Boom. Hello? Boom. Boom. There it is. And then white, right on the tip. I would like to visit the US, but only places more open-minded like California. That's probably in your best interest. I would say if you're looking for open-minded United States, you know, West Coast is good. Honestly, New England is a pretty nice area for that sort of stuff. So I would say New York, Maine, Pennsylvania. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to visit Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania. Like, those are probably the areas that you're thinking. There we go. That's probably what the tooth should look like right there. Why is the back of the tooth not rendering? Oh, it is. It was just rendering very slowly for us. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I'm looking at this, let's grab all of the teeth and let's set origin to geometry for each of them. And that should look good on both sides now. No. Why is it looking so weird? Shark goes open mouth? Absolutely. Hey, Greemall, where would you like to visit? What's on your list? You know what? That's what we're going to stick with, and then I'm going to use the bump to really get a texture out of this guy. Iceland. Yo, I like that. I'm assuming you do not live in Iceland. Also, are you European? Because everybody that watches this is European for some reason. I don't know why. You live in Costa Rica? Whoa. That's dope. Costa Rica is gorgeous. I love Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a lovely place. I'm sure it's got its problems, whatever, but from first impressions, Costa Rica is lovely. You're not European? Oh, I know. You're the exception, Mr. Six. You're the exception to everything, Mr. Six. You're quite the character in chat. Okay, what do we want? That looks about right to me, and we'll drop that down just a little bit. Let's drop it down even a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, that is my shark tooth, I think. Let's mess with our sheen and our specular to really seal the deal. It's basically as rough as it can be. It's pretty high specular. I like it here. Today is Independence Day as well. Ooh. What do you guys do for Independence Day? I'm assuming you don't light fireworks and scream to the high heavens like we do. It's one of my least favorite holidays in the United States, if I'm being perfectly honest. Sorry to all the dude bros who love 4th of July. I really don't like it. Okay, that'll do. Let's grab all the cubes. Let's grab this one, and let's apply our material. There they are. Now we're gonna get these dolly black eyes. Black eyes. Get them real dark. Get them really shiny. .4 is probably perfect, and then we'll clear coat them and get them extra shine. I almost want to add a little bit of metallic to them, but I think that's not the play. I think that's it. I think that's what the eye looks like. Yep, we're going to take it right there. 4th of July honestly sucks? Yeah. Is that the white shark? Oh, it's the rare white shark. No fireworks, candles and colorful boxes at night, usually by kids from schools. That's so cute. What do? You float them down the river? Or what do you do with them? That sounds lovely. That sounds really nice. Okay, so we got to do this. We have to make this part right. So I have to use a mix RGB. We got to think really hard about how we're doing this. This is a tough part. This part's really weird. Okay, so first and foremost, I got to get the texture right. He's got this really weird, brittly sort of texture to him. So we're going to make that right to begin with. We hold them with a stick, like a fishing rod, just lighting up the night for a while. Some people like burning the box at the end just for fun. So it's like a fire thing, right? A little fire festival. Hey, thank you for the follow. Miss Lakin? Miss Lakin? However you want me to pronounce that. Oh. We're here. Okay, this is it. We're right at the end of this. It's a little hard to look at, but it will get there, I promise. So we need a gradient. However you say it. How do you say it? What's the idea for it? Does it derive from somewhere, or where do you get your name from? Also, I'm going to skip this, and I'm going to grab you. We can pop that up. Miss Lay Kane. Miss Lay Kane. When red does an orgasmic noise, the model is getting fine. Oh no. Is that true? Is that true now? Okay, so we're going to do a double color ramp. This is it. Moment of truth. We're done. We're like here. We are so close to being done with this guy. It's going to be perfect timing too. Well, hello, Miss Lakane. Do you 3D model? How'd you get here? What brought you here? Since independence was by torch, Olympic style, so symbolic candle holders. I love that. That's got the best energy. I suppose 4th of July makes sense for us because, like, United States is a gunfire country, whatever, but I don't love it. It ain't my favorite thing in the world. Okay, let's grab a nice little blue, and let's grab ourselves a nice little dark blue, and let's grab ourselves a white and a weird little blue. Like that. Oh! Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss on this one. Now, actually, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking I have to do this manually, which I don't want to do, but I think we're going to do it. Am I going to do it? I don't know if I have enough time. Okay, so we're going to do that. This one's going to be a little tricky to get right. Do I like it like that? Maybe I just like it like that. I know it's not accurate because the mouth is not supposed to look like that, but I think this is just how I'm going to go for it. It does look good. It does look real nice. That's the best shark I can do in an hour. Like, you know, there's 3D modelers out there that are nutso, right? And they're amazing. And I'm nowhere near those people. But for an hour, I'm not upset with this. I'm not at all upset with this for 1 hour. I'm also noticing I got my teeth wrong. So I'm only going to show the teeth from this angle. So this is where we're taking the photo because I messed up the rest of them. Yeah, that's it. We're done. That's a shark. Let's go ahead and finish off the waxiness here. We'll do a little bit of that. Honestly, specular's probably really high. They're like waxy and weird. I'm thinking like 0.5, right? He's like wet. That looks pretty good. And then piece de resistance, we're going to add the texture to him. Come on. Just move. There we go. So now we're going to go grab ourselves a bump. Pop you on down there. And pop that boy on up to here. And let's take a look at it. Ooh. Gorgeous. Oh, she's gorgeous. Nice, lovely little texture she's got there. Perfect. I think we're done. So let's take a look at the whole picture. We got some weird HDRIs. Let's skip the HDRI for just a moment. We got the buoy looking right in there. I should probably grab you and just make sure you have a material on you. And same goes for you. I didn't get time to do the correct material, but that's fine. Look at that. That is looking pretty golden to me. Okay, let's throw the water on. Okay, so that is roughly the look we're going for. He needs some color. His color's not looking right to me. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. I am pleased. There's something weird about it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. There's something I don't like about it. I think that was it. This little wah looks crazy. So I might go ahead and just scooch him over one more. There we go. We might also grab our little shark boy here and pop him up one. Just so we can start to see that little gradient. I want the gradient showing. Okay, so we now need to just set up our camera and get a good looking picture. Let me grab this water real quick. And we're gonna wanna add a little bit of blue to it. The shark is drowning, someone help him. Honestly, it's kind of what he's into. If we want to be really weird about how this water works, let me add a color ramp right here with some blue and some white. Nope, get back. Come back, come back, please. I didn't mean to break you. Here we go. We're gonna add a little bit of a light green look to this. Add a little bit more of that blue. And if we're being extra crazy, I just want to see what this looks like. I have a feeling it's going to be real bad. It's going to look insane. Hey, Red, I'm going to be streaming in a sec, but I just want to say hi, and I'll be on Lurk. Hey, of course, I'm ending stream in like 7 minutes, so nothing weird about it. I appreciate you coming and hanging out for just a moment. I don't want to die in a guttural shark's voice. I don't want to die. Is that a shark's voice? Is that what sharks sound like? Have I done it? Do I get the brownie points? Thank you. Very appreciated. Came together in an hour. No, 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 no. That looks terrible. I kind of want to do a little cosine for this guy. All right, I'm in a weird space. That's a spicy shark. A pleasured shark. I'm sorry, what are we talking about anymore? Let's put a cosine on here. We're gonna get into some weird vectory math sort of stuff, but cosines do a lot. So, cosine this guy. Come on. Cosines are how I make pearls. Using reflection with cosine just straight into any object source gives you like pearl texture. And here it looks okay. It looks all right. Excuse me. T has got the lovely fish. Where did you get that? Okay, let's do this thing. Thank you. There's your stream sneeze. You don't have to apologize. Ratlord, you're your own wonderful human being with your own wonderful story to tell. You owe nobody nothing, especially not me. I'm just big chilling out here. You're your own rat. You have to tell us about class sometime. Okay, the one thing I really dislike about the water is how little texture there is in it. So we're gonna just up that texture. You wish you didn't have to go? Honestly, it's just part of the world. It's just to say hi. Well, at least there's that. And you're a mole. A shark, a mole, a rat, a T, and a man named Mr. Six. All together, just hanging out. We also have a barrel and a dragon. We got a lot of peeps who just anamorph into weird shapes. Later. Thanks for stopping by, Ratlord. You're good. You don't owe me anything. You just chill. You just do you. We are the RPG party. We are a weird RPG party, but I agree with you. I'm going to switch this to 2D. I don't know why that's just striking me as being a good idea. Okay, I like that a lot, actually. That looks a lot better. Not a balanced D&D group, or maybe we win by numbers. Something like that. What would be your final message to the world? Man, I think about this a lot. My final message to the world would be the password to my Dropbox, my Google Drive, because I have a will and testament in there, and I want it to be published to the world. So my final words would be my internet password. Okay, this is him. He's done. I'm done thinking about it. There's so much more I want to do, but honestly, this is it. We're done. I want to add like iridescence to the water. I want to add peaks and valleys, but we're done. This is it. So let's add a camera. Let's take a picture, and I'm going to post it to Instagram. So anybody who's not following me on Instagram, feel free to join there if you want to see final results for stuff like this. I also have a Discord. So anybody who is interested in more, there is a Discord for you to come hang out. None of it is required. I have no expectations of anybody, but it is how I interface with the world. So if you want to interface with me, that's the place to do it. All right, let's do a little bit of GZ on up to here. We're going to do a little bit of RX to get up in that crazy Dutch angle. Whoa, I like that come join. I'll go ahead and just do a little bit of this, and everybody can have a nice little link to come on over. I will be the first person to tell you it's kind of a quiet Discord. Not intentionally. I just, you know, we just chill. It's a very quiet Discord. So if you hate Discords that give you a lot of messages, you're in luck. Look at that. There we go. So that's going to be my final image. You know what? I'm just speedy. That is my final image. Farewell. Okay. We're here. So, that has been me. There's also a lot of beautiful people and one guy named Mr. Six. This is true. This is very true. Mr. Six might have gotten his nickname changed the other day without him knowing. I'm just on a kick where I'm changing people's nicknames. Okay, so I think that is me done. I'm looking at this, I'm analyzing it. There's a lot of good in this image. The one thing I really hate is the shark's skin and the tip of the nose. The nose looks weird, but... Oh, and the gums. Of course the gums look weird. It's fine. I take my hands off. We're all done here. So I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to post it, and I am going to just be hanging out. We're going to go ahead and take a moment real quick to see who we want to raid. Let's see who here is on. I see that Rat has not yet started their stream, so we'll use this opportunity to go raid somebody else real quick. Let's see. Who looks like they're doing something cool? We want somebody doing some weird stuff. I like the weird ones. That's what I go for. Oh, there's a really cute, like, girl in a sundress that I think we gotta go raid. Who are we gonna raid? Oh no, there's like a dog. There's a dog that's 3D modeling. It's not actually a dog, but they're a dog and they're making like gummies and stuff. So we're definitely gonna go for this guy. His name is Scroopy. So let's go raid Scroops. So everybody be very nice to Scroops. Be on your best behavior. Give them all the love, all the cherishing. And we'll catch you next time. This is the awkward thing where I start my raid and then it takes a little bit. So we're all just going to hang out and chill while I do this. And peace. I'll see you all in just a moment. Ciao, ciao. Later.